And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. Now over 1,000 receiving yards on the season. It's the Bills and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miles. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Miles.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Packers at 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. It's Miles. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And his kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus, he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Allen now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. As they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. They got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Now Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition, and none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
John Mechie.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This ball caught by Mechie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Holding offense. We can't have that.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw completed to Mechie. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On play action, Rodgers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Hey, you block over here.
And again, it's Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From midfield, here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out?
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Singletary trying the left side. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Allen.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 1st down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Miles.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And now here is another intercept. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Now Allen on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
That third down conversion good for 23.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Now the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Pass midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Packers,
They continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.